Now chapter 20, read verse 6. Now where you fall at? Where you fall at?
Blessed and holy.
Blessed and holy is he that what?
Has part in the first resurrection.
Now when Christ come back at his second advent, at his second return, we want to be a part of the first resurrection.
Yeah.
Which means that you will be here and all this earthly stuff will be here, but you will be above it. All right? Because you'll be with Christ. All right? Now, finish that verse.
On such second death had no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
The first death is that physical death. When we die naturally. That second death won't even apply to you. That second death is going to apply to all those unbelievers, all those hard-headed folks. The first death separates us from the first death separates us from our loved ones. Let me say it like that. From this physical life. But the second death separates you totally into eternity from God.
Yeah.
So you want to be a part of the first resurrection.
Amen.
I don't want to confuse you now. Are y'all with me?
Amen.
Okay, do verse 20. Leave that there. Chapter 20, verse 12. Chapter 20, verse 12.
Okay.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God.
Now, I'll tell you what's happening now. This is the second resurrection. This is the second resurrection. I saw the dead, the small, and the great standing before God. And the book is open.
Yeah.
And another book is open, which is the book of life. And it says that every man is judged according to his deed written in the book. All right? Now drop down to the last verse of that chapter. What it says?
And whoso
what?
found written in the book of life was added to the
If you are not a part of the second resurrection, it means then that your name is not in the Lamb book of life. But whosoever is not found written in the book of life shall be to the lake of fire.
My God.
Now, John is really trying to reveal to us the contrast between the obedience and the disobedience. As Carolyn said, from the smokers to the non-smoker section. He's trying to see, there's no in between. And he's trying to get us to see that contrast between the negative and the positive. You don't have, if you have accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, if you believe in him, if you trust him, if you obey him, what you got to worry about?
No.
You better go on to sleep.
That's right. Amen.
How many of y'all stayed up last night walking floor? Lord, it's gonna happen.
How about those that didn't know? You need to think about it.
I heard the preacher say the other day, he said when all that storm was going on, he said he opened up one eye and he looked up at God and said, now I know what you're doing. And you're going to do what you're going to do. So I'm going to go back to sleep.
He's in control.
All right? Now, so John says as he has this privilege to look or get a glimpse of what it would look like. God said, now John, I will give you a picture. I want you to paint this portrait into the mind of the people. He says, I'm going to make all things new. I'm going to have a new beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then he said somewhere in there where it said, and God saw what he had made, and it was good. But what happened
When he put man.
Man corrupted. Man corrupted what God had created. Sin came into play. And so, yes, it separated us from God. And so now God said, I don't know what to do all this. But all the way from Adam to Jesus. He said, I see what I'm going to have to do. I might start over.
But Charles, everything that God made is doing just what it's supposed to do except for man.
Except for me. How many of y'all like new stuff? How many of y'all like new stuff? Y'all like new stuff? Every now and then, oh, y'all might well be honest with me. Every now and then, you're going to say, forget paying seals. I'm going to buy me a new dress. And then they said, well, now, you know, the new dress just got to have some shoes. And then the shoes got to have the bag. I want to look fresh. I want to look new. Huh? You know how come I know? Right here, right here. That's how come I know.
That's black and white.
Hey. And you know what? You know what? We always trying to improve this. Yes, we do. I was looking the other night. God, how much? Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but it was on TV. This woman weighs 900. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And it came from just eating and sleeping. Eating and sleeping. Now the doctor says, if you don't do something, within a year, you'll be dead. And so now, she's rolling up in the bed.
Yeah.
And trying to get prepped for that gastro bypass. Yeah, you gotta use something. But everybody want to do something new.
Yeah.
But whatever we do to our physical body, that we may consider it to be new, is only temporary. How many of you lost? How many of you, with the acceptance of Franklin Howard, how many of you lost 15 pounds and gained 16 back? I'll let them know. But Revelation chapter 20, I'm letting on pick. Revelation chapter 21 and Revelation chapter 22 presents us this portrait of heaven. If anybody asks you, what do heaven look like? Tell them, read Revelation 21 and 22.